Hi teachers! Today we're going to be talking about credit completion in WISE 2. And first you need to go to wise2.churchofjesuschrist.org, log in using your church account username and password, and that should bring you to the home page. Once you're on the home page, come up here to this section and find your class, click on your class, and it should bring you to the summary tab. Hopefully you're familiar with the Summary tab, the Attendance tab, the Reading tab, and today we're going to work with the Credit tab. The first thing you'll see are all of your students' names, and next to the student's name is their year in seminary. The next column is the comments column. If you click on the little note icon, it will bring up a dialog box where you can leave a note that your student and their parents can see in the SNI app or at the My Seminary site. So maybe you want to say, good job, great to have you in class, whatever comment you would like to leave for the student and parent to see. The next column is the credit column, and this is showing you a snapshot of where the student is were we to close the term today. So if it says that they are in danger, that means that they are below 75% in reading or in attendance, or possibly both. So you'll want to talk to those students and see if they can get some makeup work done so they can get back on track. If it's green and says they're on track, that means they have at least 75% in both reading and attendance. This last column is the attendance column, and it will tell you how many days have already taken place in the term. So we've completed 34 days. This student has been marked either present or tardy for 34 out of 34 days. The student has 31 out of 34, so they've missed 3 days. This last little bit of information is how many days have not had attendance marked. If it is in red, that means that there are some missing attendance days, and you'll want to go back to the attendance tab and make sure that you've marked attendance on all of the days up to this point. If this is in black, that means that you are caught up on all of your attendance, and that number is just how many days are left in the term. If you want to open up the attendance column, you can look at it with a little more detail. Specifically, absences, we don't use unexcused absences. You can see how many tardies. DTMU is days to make up. So if they're below 75%, that'll tell you how many days they need to make up. DMU is days made up. That tells you how many makeup days they've turned in. MUW, makeup work. And this might be a good place to let the parent and student know how many days they need to make up to get up to 75% in either reading or attendance. So that is your absences column, or your attendance column. Going back to the credit column, that's the one we're going to work with today. And you want to click on the arrow to open it up. And you will see this first column is the reading column. That is automatically calculated based on what the student and parent is recording for reading in the SNI app or at My Seminary. So hopefully your parents and students are doing that reading recording. If not, you may want to talk to them and see what's going on, see if they need help. You can mark reading for them in the reading tab, but we want that to be a last resort. Your next column is the attendance column, and that is automatically calculated for you based on these numbers over here. And so if they're above 75%, it will say automatically yes. Now, let's say that one of these students has attendance above 75%, but they have a lot of tardies. You can go in here and take the credit away for too many tardies, marking no, and then maybe you want to leave a comment here, or maybe over in the MUW makeup work column under attendance, and just let the parent and student know why credit for attendance was taken away. This last column is the test column. And this one, if you are using the learning assessment online, then the test will be graded and the score automatically loaded into WISE 2. So that is one good reason to use the LA site and to do the online assessment. If you have a couple of students or your whole class that have needed to take it with paper, then you will need to manually enter in the percentage. Please remember to enter in a percentage. We usually have 1 or 2 teachers every term that forget that it's a percentage, and they'll put in like 32 because the student got 32 out of 34 questions correct. Well, WISE is going to see that as 32%, and the student will not get credit for the assessment. So it's really important that you enter in the percentage here. Once you've got all of the information entered in for all of your students, you can go up here to the upper right and lock your class. And that will freeze everything. It lets the administrative assistant know that your class is ready to go, and then the administrative assistant can close the entire program for the term. It's really important that we get all of the credit completion done on time because we cannot print diplomas or certificates until every class is locked and the entire program is closed for the term. So please do your best to get it done on time. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact the administrative assistant or the stake supervisor. Thanks, teachers.